Hello and hey, and today we get the Meltdown heist. That's a heist I didn't even know was going to exist until I opened my Steam up. There was a rather sizable update for Payday 2. I was like, what the hell is this? Apparently, where you get a free heist. There are price reductions on both the base game and all the DLCs. The B-sides, album, soundtrack, however I'm trying to say this, comes out, and we get a new XP system for the game. Now, for a lot of the hardcore players that have already reached, infamously 25 level 100, not really a big change for them, but for those of us that are still on that grind, still try to get that paper. It is an interesting little change. I'd say it's definitely a step in the right direction. I'm not sure exactly what it does for the old king. I'm not sure if he still stays in power. Of course, I'm talking about Hoxton Breakout. But the example they used on the website that they gave along as an announcement with the update, it basically just said, you do more stuff, you get more XP. And I don't know if I just said that or not. A little excited for this heist, so apologize if I just repeated myself. But the example they used was Rats Day 1. If you blow up the lab, you will get less XP than the crew that sits down and cooks, bags of meth. And that's really an attractive way to make that mission more, because it was a long mission. The entire mission gave less experience than cook-off. And so I hope with that it changes. I haven't really had the chance to mess with it too much yet. Like I said, this update just dropped. And I wanted to play the Meltdown heist a couple times, to kind of get a feel for what could happen. I didn't want to make a video where I'm just like, what? Where? Well, who? So I have played through it 2.5 times. I actually failed it one time. A little embarrassingly, I was trying to make a video similar to this, so I'm not exactly sure. I hope I don't repeat myself too many times. I just want to make sure I got some of the thoughts I got out, because it is a loud-only heist. It is a ton of fun and is very manageable as a solo player, like I generally am most of the time. So basically, before I ramble too much, yeah, that's a good way to say it. I just want to get into it, man. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and get a level. I'm gonna go very hard so I can talk, because I got domed by the plethora of snipers a couple of times in a row, and then the teammates, the AI, got basically confused in between trying to shoot a taser and pick me up, and I ended up going into custody, and that was a little embarrassing. So I hope that doesn't happen again, because I just want to put a video up, because this is a fun map and I want to talk about it, and it's new, so I'm excited. First thing I wanted to say about this map is, man, this looks different. It looks prettier. The textures on the crates they're more simplistic, I'd say, but they're smoother. Kind of nice. So one of the first things that you'll notice is that the crates do not necessarily have to be red to be opened. As long as they say murky water on the side, we are trying to find the vault, as you can see in the upper left-hand corner. I would suspect that the majority of the time it would spawn out in the yard, as you are more, I guess, shaded from fire if it were to spawn inside the warehouse, but I cannot speak on that, so please don't hold that against me when we have an exact formula for that 2 months down the line. Or probably less, to be fair. But yeah, so we're looking for crowbars. That is a little bit of a tip I will give out before, if you haven't played this before, which you should play this. What are you doing? Stop watching my video. Do this. So we're getting a little bit unlucky here. It's going to be one of the last ones. Alright. This is the back of the crate. We need to jam crowbars into the vents, which apparently is going to make it overheat and then malfunction. So, as we look for crowbars, you might find them inside of these holding areas, storage container areas, rather. And then they seem to spawn fairly randomly. I don't have a very good point of where they all are just as yet, as you can obviously tell by me not being able to find any right now. I'll go ahead and grab the package. Oh, I probably have enough already. Okay, so I want to say that there's always a key card here on that desk. I can say 4 out of 4 times that I've played this now, there has been one on that desk, not necessarily in the same spot, but definitely in here. So, important to note. There's a lot of people running at me. I didn't know that guys could spawn over there. Okay, getting off track. Apologize. So you can use these crowbars to open up the insane amount of crates. I need to shoot that guy down. Yeah, there's a dozer. And that kind of ties into the new XP system. And I don't know if it's worth it on this mission. It is something, like I said, I will be testing. There's a dozer in here still, and I ran right back in here. What am I doing? The upstairs? Let's find out. He went upstairs. Okay, so the other crowbar is over here. I guess we're going to have to wait for the drill. I do have drill skills on this build, so we are kind of in luck. That'll bring me into the next point, where I don't know if dodge builds will work all that effectively. Obviously, they're always going to work. The way dodge is in this game, they're always going to work. You're going to be able to find enough cover or crouch and get, 7,000%, and it's going to work. That's a cool lighting effect the soda machine gives off. Anyway, distracted. Tanky builds seem to work a little better, even though, like I said, I got killed by a sniper, which might not have happened if I had dodge. There's so many people coming from so many angles, and you're going to be moving bags a little bit later, for instance, that you're going to be vulnerable and you're going to take some shots. So I don't know if it is worth it to basically just go tank, or if you want to have maybe even someone run muscle in your crew to draw some of the fire away. But I've found in my limited testing that I think that it might be beneficial to run a tanky setup. And then again, Death Wish might be different, but that's always the case. At least for Overkill and below, tanky is definitely a good option, just on every map. So, but there just happens to be so many snipers that I feel like you're going to get caught by one, and if you can survive it, you might give your team the chance to continue without having to stick down for you. I mean, also, Inspire and Dr. Bags and all that stuff. That's just a part of your everyday strategies anyway. So, now we are just waiting for the crate to pop open, malfunction essentially, and then we're going to have to move some bags. I did not think about this before I got in here. So there's a forklift you can drive. This is very important to the mission. I'm going to go ahead and maneuver it a little bit closer. There's the bulldozer. Hopefully it doesn't kill me before I get off it. Go ahead and just get rid of him real fast. I think there's always 3 crates when you jump in here. And we are stealing freaking nukes. Like I said, I think there's always 3 when you get in here, and then a 4th one will appear on Overkill, guaranteed. And I would assume the same would be on Death Wish, if not even more. So, just be aware that when you jump in here and you see there's only 3, a 4th one might appear right here. I don't know if that's... I mean, obviously that's not what they intended to happen, but for now, I've recreated it, so I don't think it was a one-time bug, is what I'm trying to say. There's your clue that we have to use the forklift. Obviously, we've already grabbed one. We're kind of... I'm not sure that they'll change this, but you can just stack additional ones on there. I would think that they wouldn't want you to do that. And basically, we're just trying to sneak out of here. I mean, this is another reason why I said tanky, because although I do believe you get an extra dodge bonus when you're sitting in a vehicle, I'm not sure if it just gives you the sprint bonus or what, But I'm dodging stuff with a no dodge setup, other than the 25% while sprinting or whatever. So I'm thinking maybe that's the case, but again, I could be wrong, and I don't want to misquote something. Alright, so there's quite a few guys. Let's go ahead and look to eliminate at least a couple. I don't know if I killed him. Okay. This is more for when I am, Am I missing something here? Okay. Other than the guy. Go ahead and open this trunk. Alright, so let's say I have HE rounds. I mean, that's not like a guaranteed thing, but I think I have like 17 accuracy, so that was quite a few misses. The back of this car, which is a very fun car to drive. I don't know if I've been saying enough about the mission. It's a very fun car to drive. You can only fit 4 bags in the trunk, which is fine enough for me. I don't know if they altered the driving mechanics intentionally because people were having trouble with them. Even though they were sports cars, it does make sense that you would be less able to control them. Expensive, like 600 horsepower racing wheels. It'd be a little hard to control than just a normal usage car, a little muscle car. But it feels nicer. I don't know if they rounded the map off a little bit too on this section. Maybe they didn't. It just feels good. It feels really good. Glad they did whatever they did to make this good. And so, as this is a lad-only mission, I'm not sure where it fits in as far as quality. I know it looks great. I think it plays pretty well. I've only played it solo, so I can't say for teamwork, but I can imagine that moving extra loot with like forklifts and stuff would be pretty quick. It'd be like basically one person running this mission at the speed you see me running it. Interesting that these warheads are 299,000 each on Overkill. I can't speak for them being... I think I'm just in the passenger seat. Whoops. Get me out of here. They are 483,000 apiece. And then on normal it's like 115,000, which I know isn't the difficulty people play on Deathwish, not normal and stuff like that. So that information isn't super helpful, but it is accurate nonetheless. So by the time you rack up 6 to 8 of these warheads, you really are rolling in the dough. It's pretty nice. And then additionally, that doesn't feel good. I don't know. That's reason enough to love this mission right there. Damn. Ooh. Oopsies. Just gonna go ahead and clear these guys out real quick. Like I said, I don't want to get domed in my own video here. It was kind of a sad day last time. But we should be fine now. Oops. God, I didn't flip the car. So yeah, it's a short mission. It's like another one day, just kind of fun little... Can I look directly behind me or not? Guess not. I would have thought you could have, I guess. Never mind, let's go, okay. Again, it's just a short mission. It's fun. Interesting concept. Lots of enemies. Tons of snipers. Just, interesting. I don't know. It's free, so you're obviously not going to complain about it. But it's a good one, I think. I think, anyway. Car does damage, forklift does damage. If you get up to full speed and ram dudes, prepare for comedy. It's great. Oh shit. It makes me giddy like a little school kid. So yeah. That is basically the entire mission. I should be able to finish this off right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and forego the extra additional loot. I'm not entirely sure if I even can. I don't know if there's a fourth crowbar spawn that I just wasn't looking for, but that was definitely enough for me. This mission is super fun. It's very straightforward, and another pat on the back for Overkill. They really did a really good job. And then XP and money-wise, it fits right in. So I mean, if you feel like doing something different, I'm really glad they give you the opportunity. Like, this is a very hard, and I'm about 12 minutes-ish. Am I right? Yeah. I grabbed, what was that, 400 and something thousand, and then about just under 300,000 experience for, you know, a goofy little whatever. I have to move 6 to 8 bags, but it doesn't take that long because I can move 6 at a time, 3 at a time. And they might change the bags actually staying on the forklift because that does seem a little broken. But other than that, just a really fun mission. Thanks for hanging out with me. Probably just catch you guys in another build video or something like that. Gotta get around to one of those, some of the newer DLC. Try to come up with something a little more innovative than my very generalized build so far. But like I said, I appreciate it, and we will catch you guys later. So take it easy, and alright.